much for tuning in to Yes for Delhi. As Delhi is just a few days away from elections, it's important to know what the young minds in the city are thinking. What better place to gauge that feeling than in Hindu College in the North Campus of Delhi University. A wonderful crowd here. A huge round of applause for everyone who's assembled here with us. And they are going to be asking specific questions of their leaders. What are the promises that are being made to them?
That's right, and what we're discussing here on this episode of Yes for Delhi is whether it's going to be a clash of personalities that's going to clinch the deciding vote in Delhi, or is it going to be issues? Because the fact is, it has really turned into a bit of a personality contest. Is it Modi versus the muffler man versus perhaps Ajay Makan, or is it going to be issues that are going to decide the vote? And if so, then what are the issues that matter most to the young people here?
मुझे विश्वास है कि दिल्ली जनता के आशीर्वाद के द्वारा भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेतृत्व में एक मजबूत स्थिर सरकार बनेगी.
At least that's what the BJP will be hoping for. But it's not that simple. Because in Delhi, the Modi wave has hit a breaker. Arvind Kejriwal. And just as the muffler man versus Modi battle seemed to be peaking, the BJP sprung a surprise, inducting Kiran Bedi into the party and projecting her as the CM candidate.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पार्लियामेंट्री बोर्ड ने तय किया है कि आने वाले दिल्ली विधानसभा चुनाव में भारतीय जनता पार्टी श्रीमती किरण बेदी के नेतृत्व में चुनाव लड़ेगी.
It is definitely a master stroke by the BJP.
मैं बहुत आभारी हूँ अपने प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब का. But are faces enough?
सरकार के रहते हुए
Are issues sidelined?
पिछले कुछ दिनों से बीजेपी घबराई तो ही है.
What actually draws Delhi to voting booths?
I'm not looking for false and mighty promises, but something at the ground level, something which will actually, strike a chord with the janta.
For me, the most important issue would be the local leader or the local governor in my constituency.
Issues which affect the youth will be the most important and will determine which party wins or loses this election.
For me, it's very important to have a secular party in the country.
I don't care as much about governance as much as anti-corruption.
You can't really talk about good governance without removing corruption, and you can't talk about removing corruption without governing well.
Personal charisma, a fiery speech may draw crowds to rallies and grab eyeballs, but are political parties making the cardinal error this time around of ignoring bread and butter issues?
Joining us on the debate today, national spokesperson of the BJP, GVL Narasimha Rao, who will be talking to us about some of the specific poll promises that his party is making to the young people of this city. Young leader from the Congress, Aman Pawar, also joins us and will tell us what his party can do to really resuscitate its fortunes in the city of Delhi.
From Aam Aadmi Party, we have Ashish Khaitan, former journalist and a very vocal proponent of the new brand of politics that the Aam Aadmi Party promises the people of the city. And we have Rashid Kidwai, senior journalist, who of course is going to be a neutral voice, evaluating all of the promises that are made and really calling the bluff of any party which tries to overpromise and under-deliver. Let's start out the debate by asking the Aam Aadmi Party, why do you think the Aam Aadmi Party is going to be able to stop that wave in Delhi, and why specifically do you think the youth of the city should vote for you, Ashish?
Because Aam Aadmi Party is the only party in the country right now which actually is not in power play and has come into politics to begin with to fix the system. We are doing clean politics. Our politics is funded by clean money. We have a leader in Arvind Kejriwal who has a vision for Delhi. Over the last 3-4 years, he has been crusading against corruption in India. Nobody was ready to speak up
well, actually,
about
all
the
of those
black
plans
money.
have also been
It was
taken up
Arvind
by
Kejriwal.
the BJP. So you have the Robert Vadra plank, you have the Anna movement participants, you've got Kiran Bedi now in the BJP's side as well. Opening comments from GVL Narasimha Rao. Why would the youth vote for you?
No, as far as making allegations is concerned, I think I concede a lot of ground to the Aam Aadmi Party. They are an always alleging party, always agitating party. They have done that agitational politics, all right. But as far as delivery is concerned, I think they have a lot of promises to make and hardly any delivery on the ground. They are perpetually in a negative mode. They simply don't want to fix things. They want to question everybody. They don't know
But
how
GVL
to work
Narasimha Rao,
with the
also
system.
the feeling with the BJP is that it's a one-size-fits-all sort of a policy that you have, that, you know, we have that same slogan of good governance, sabka saath, sabka vikas. It worked for us in Lok Sabha, then assembly elections. Don't you want to focus specifically on the city?
You see, the promise of good governance, whether it is for Delhi, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, any other state, it remains the same. And Delhi is no exception. Good governance is not one formula that fits everywhere. Good governance is what is required for this country to really develop and progress. And we have demonstrated throughout the country in the last 7 months, Prime Minister,
How?
the manner in which he has...
It's also very vague.
Let me give you a couple of examples. The economy, the manner in which the economic cycle had turned. Now we have a very low inflation, we have a reasonable growth, and the economy is in a take-off phase. So today he has turned the economy around. And secondly, the image of India all over the world today is not what it was
Straight off
7
the
months
bat,
ago.
I think we've got a couple of people who are not convinced.
Good governance is what all the country needs. We don't need to have a different set of plans for all the states. First point with which I disagree. And second, you said good governance is what we need. Do you think that ordinance is the means by which you can bring in good governance?
I think ordinances is also a way of making laws, and ordinances is also an instrument available to the government, and all governments have used it. It's not, this government is no exception. And good governance, my friend, I think you don't seem to understand what is good governance. Good governance does not mean that every state does not have a separate plans of governance. Every state that is ruled by BJP has its own demands, has its own requirements.
Yes, let's get some specifics from you. What is the BJP promising the youth of Delhi? Tell us some of the top 2 or 3 specifics that you are promising
No,
them.
the final thing, you have to wait for the manifesto.
How long do we have to wait?
Let me
Over the last
finish.
3 months,
we want
have been carrying
we
out
want
this
to create
initiative called
employment,
Delhi
and
Dialogue,
Delhi government
where
cannot
we have
create
been engaging
employment.
with the youth of
All
Delhi,
that Delhi government can
understanding
do
their concerns,
is to
their
give
problems,
subsidies.
and finding
The
solutions
Delhi
from the
government
common
cannot
man.
create
This is the
employment.
difference. For them,
How will you
manifesto
create employment?
is a
Tell me.
one-off
It's
party
the economy
event.
on the
It's a photo
national
op for
level
them.
that has
For
to
us,
rebound.
manifesto is
That
a
is what the
definitive
central
model of
government is
governance.
doing.
And
They
they
know
are
how
how
to
to
allege.
create
For
new
Aam
jobs.
Aadmi
Alright.
You have created a lot
Okay,
of
let's
problems.
allow
As a
Mr.
prime
Rashid
minister
Kidwai
before.
to respond, please.
The solution of
Yeah.
all problems is Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. For the BJP, it's the solution is Mr. Narendra Modi or Kiran Bedi, now that she has entered. So it's a whole personality clash. They're trying to hoodwink people of Delhi. There are big issues that are there about sanitation, about security of women, about all the problems of Jhuggi Jhopri and all. There's one party, AAP, which is making just too many promises. The other party is just focusing on cutting down of subsidy and, reinforcing a new
No, and
economic
answer by
policy.
GVL Narasimha Rao, it's such a personality cult in the BJP that you think it's enough to have one rally by the Prime Minister where, plenty of promises, for example, the full statehood to Delhi, 30% cut in the power tariff, those weren't even addressed by the Prime Minister. Aren't you taking people of the city a bit for granted?
He was chief minister of a state for 12 years, and for all 12 years, he was rated as the best chief minister by people of India, not just by people of Gujarat.
Vote for him.
And this is the record. This is a record, and nobody has ever broken. Mr. Modi as the best
Okay,
chief minister.
GVL, we have some students who want to respond to that.
And MCD has become a den of corruption under BJP.
Yeah.
We have
What's
won
your
twice.
Undeniably.
MCD. What are you
Let's take
talking?
some
Nobody can
student
deny the
don't know
fact
your
that
facts.
BJP has
We
made
have won
MCD a den
MCD
of
twice.
corruption.
We have won MCD
7
twice.
years, 8
this
years
is
you have
your
been ruling
allegation.
MCD.
You know nothing
Like
but
recently,
allegations.
Delhi
You
High
don't know
Court
how
Let's
to
stop the
answer
counter
against
allegations
MCD
and take some
delivery.
student
Aapne
voices,
Delhi
please.
ko
You know
पूरे का
nothing
ढेर
about
बना दिया।
delivery. You only know how to allege.
मेरा पहला प्रश्न है कि हमें 15 लाख में से अभी 1 भी रुपए नहीं मिले हैं जो आपने इलेक्शन मैनिफेस्टो में जहाँ पे नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने कैंपेन किया था वहाँ बोला था। दूसरा यह है कि आप कैसे सेलेक्ट करते हैं कैंडिडेट। किरण बेदी जैसे कैंडिडेट एक दिन में इतनी विचारधारा कैसे बदल जाती है। आत्म परिवर्तन आप तरीका बताइए, ये कैसा होता है। हम लोग को भी ले जाइए वहाँ पे, एक दिन में बदल कैसे जाता है ये सब कुछ बताइए, कैसे होता है ये सब।
All right, GVL Narasimha Rao.
Yeah, I can answer. I think I can have a one-to-one with them. They all seem to be Aam Aadmi Party supporters, so I can have a one-to-one with them. Why not? Why have a panel? Why have a panel?
That's unfair.
No. These guys are capable of herding their supporters into all public meetings. We've seen that happen
Let's
on
not-
another channel.
I can assure you,
on another
these
channel,
are
I've
students
seen
of
this.
Hindu
No, no.
I have told you.
Do you think the question is not valid?
Yeah.
Because they don't
Show me why
reflect they don't reflect the reality on the ground.
Okay,
One
They
second.
don't reflect the
I think
reality.
you should answer the questions rather
I
than
will
bringing
answer.
up-
the mic,
I
please.
will have a one-to-one with you.
Yeah.
Why have all these guys here?
We
I
need
can
to
have a
hear.
one-to-one with
मेरा
you.
एक प्रश्न और है
Well, GV
I
are
will
actually
answer all
they're
your
also
questions.
carrying the identity card.
I
Okay,
don't
let's-
see this on the ground.
No, these are genuine, valid students. Let's take their questions, please.
Haryana does not support the Aam Aadmi Party, and Centre also does not support to Aam Aadmi Party. What Aam Aadmi Party will do? Will it again go on the streets? Will again Arvind Kejriwal will sit on protest, or what will be the next steps?
So it's a very good question. Look, we are not promising to deposit 15 lakh rupees in everyone's account. What we are promising, the annual budget of education of Delhi government is 2,500 crores. The annual budget on health of Delhi government is 4,000 crores. We believe that half of this money gets wasted, goes into a deep black hole because of corruption. 2,500 crore rupees, where does it go? This is planned expenditure, which means new school should be set up, toilets should be set up, infrastructure should be improved, computers should be installed, internet connectivity should be given. You'll be surprised to know there are schools in Delhi where there is one toilet for 1,600 girl students.
But why
There
did
is
they
one
run away?
toilet
Why
for
did they run away
700
from
students.
governance?
On
Why did
average,
they
there is
run
one
away?
toilet. Let me
They
speak.
had an opportunity
On
to do
average,
all
there is
that
one
they promised
toilet
today.
for 200
They
students.
didn't know how to do it.
Let me speak,
They
please.
didn't know how
Why
to
are you
do
so
it.
worried? We want what is our model governance? We will ensure that if 2,500 crore rupees are
Well, you know,
slotted
Ashish,
for
Ashish,
health,
the-
for
you know,
health
Ashish,
sector,
the question
every
was-
penny should be spent
Ashish,
honestly.
but you know, the question
if
was
4,000 crore
something
rupees
we
is a planned
started with.
expenditure on
This-
health,
the student's
every
question
penny
was,
should
how
be
do we
spent
know?
honestly.
Yeah,
This
he
is
was,
not a
no,
state.
that wasn't the
debate.
question.
And how can the center not cooperate?
No, but that's
we have a
you know, Ashish,
constitutional
that the question
structure in
from the
India.
student was, what will your leader do
Can the
again?
center
Will he
refuse to
start
allot
going and sitting
Delhi
on
its
dharnas?
due share of
That
revenues
was the question.
from the
Aman,
central
Aman
plan?
Pawar wants to get in. Yes, Aman, what's your point?
Yeah, Aman.
Cannot be
attempt
so.
here to make this election a personality cult, but it is a known fact that no election is not a non-issue election. Every election is faced and is fought on certain issues. Personality and the faces do have importance, but they are always secondary. The Aam Aadmi Party got a chance to face these issues, to deal with these issues, all the issues that they are raising today. They were there in government for 49 days. Their chief minister candidate resigned in the ambition of becoming the prime minister,
No, Aman
went to
Pawar, since
Varanasi
we're
to
talking about
contest.
personalities, and yes,
And
the BJP
he-
and the
he
Aam
had
Aadmi
the
Party have strong
opportunity, he had the
personalities.
opportunity.
Where
All
is
the
your
issues
youth
that we are
icon?
raising today,
Why
which
isn't
they had
Rahul
the
Gandhi at the
opportunity to
forefront
deal
of the
with this.
Congress's campaign?
They had the opportunity
Tell me
to
one
deal with
politician
all
who had to
all
resign
these issues.
from the post of chief minister to
And-
become PM.
and today-
Did Modi
today-
resign
today-
from the post of CM to become PM?
No,
Of course
running
you did
away
that.
You don't
from
have to
Aman
resign.
Pawar.
Otherwise,
Otherwise,
That's
you
a
leader.
false propaganda.
Running away
That's
from
a false
government.
propaganda.
You have apologized for resigning.
Aman Pawar, you spoke about how the BJP and the AAP are relying only on a personality cult. The valid
Where are the
question that
issues?
will
That's false
arise, the
propaganda.
one youth leader who you
Where's
had
your manifesto
promoted
for
to the
Delhi?
post of vice president of your party, why is he not around? The people of the country, the young people of the country are thinking, here you have a young politician, why is he not at the forefront of your campaign?
The Delhi campaign is not being led by the vice president. It is being led by Mr. Ajay Makan. He's a clean politician.
No, that still doesn't explain the absence of your vice president. He might not be heading the Delhi campaign. He's still the vice president of your party, isn't he?
Because he's not contesting for Delhi. Is Mr. Modi contesting from
Well,
Delhi?
he wasn't.
Is
Why
is he not
they are
going
relying on
door-to-door
Mr. Modi's
constituency to
image.
constituency?
Is he going to contest MLA elections from
Aman,
Delhi?
but he is vice president of the Congress. Congress is in
course he's
doldrum.
backing the organization,
This is a very
working in
good
the
chance to bounce
organization.
back. Why is he not going constituency
Why
to
is he not
constituency?
campaigning
Because-
anywhere?
because the
He's a
local
voter in
leaders
Delhi.
will go
He's
constituency
a
to
voter in
constituency.
Delhi.
The
Why is
person
he
who
not
is
doing it?
contesting election should meet the people, or the person who's not contesting election should meet the people. Is Mr. Modi going to be the chief minister of Delhi if the BJP is
Everyone
ready to
knows
answer
this.
that?
Everyone knows
You
this,
know
but
what? Let's go to
it's
the
the duty
students
of
now.
a
I
leader.
want to ask
You did not have a
students
It's
field
here.
your choice whether
Is
you
it
want
going
to
to
feed
be
Rahul or not. That's
personalities?
your choice.
Because we are
He
free,
doesn't.
will be
He
campaigning.
doesn't.
Let the time
We're
come.
going
He
to
will
allow
have
He
the
to
doesn't
lead.
students.
lead for
One
example.
second. So is it going to be
One has
these
to lead by
personalities
example.
that are going to decide your vote? Or is it the issues that they're promising you that's going to decide your vote? And if it is, what are the issues? We'd like to know.
We want good college education. We need incubators in colleges.
We are the only
BJP,
party
we have promised
which
it.
is promising
We
to
have-
set up a big incubator in Delhi. 30 lakh square feet of land where we'll be setting up an incubator. All you have to do is to go and plug and play. Plug and play.
All right, Rashid Khaitan, you've made your point. I think you've been very vocal.
I think they are good in designing documents.
When we
they are good in making promises. On delivery, they are complete zero.
Which is saying that we'll set up incubators in
All right,
colleges.
all right, fine. GVL Narasimha Rao. Yes, your point, please.
All of us in Delhi saw their hoardings that we'll make the entire Delhi Wi-Fi. Is it practically possible to make entire Delhi Wi-Fi? We are saying we'll make the buses Wi-Fi, we'll make the government markets Wi-Fi, the government hospitals Wi-Fi. You take an undertaking that within 5 years you can make the entire Delhi Wi-Fi. It is practically they are making unrealistic
in the developed
promises
world,
to the people of Delhi as they did in the last.
All right, you think the promises are unrealistic? Yes, GVL Narasimha Rao, to
they resigned from government.
What does the BJP have to offer?
Yeah.
No,
you are opposed to.
Come on, I think you can. Okay,
yes,
we have offered skill development to all educated and also semi-educated youth. Skill development, making them employable, giving them employable skills, turning the economy and pushing the economic growth. What is the employment situation in the country today? We need 1 crore jobs to be generated every year, 10 million jobs. And this situation has been under Congress rule.
How?
It didn't simply not work. The economy is turning.
Why are you talking about
The industrial production, the manufacturing sector, the manufacturing sector is surviving.
Your leaders are talking about Ghar Wapsi, Abki Baar Bacche Char, Ram Zada and Dash Zada in Delhi while they are campaigning.
We are not affected by this. We are focused only on governance.
We have another question here.
My question is to the BJP, and so before you raise a finger at me, I have been a BJP supporter and a voter
It's
for the
okay,
party.
I don't need to know this.
So my question is that you had 1 year between 2013 2014, and yet you cannot harness or cultivate a leader for Delhi. Right now you're relying on importing a face in Kiran Bedi, and suddenly your party is portraying her as the woman face of the party, which shows a very wrong message, saying that the party right now was not really caring for women, that you need a woman face and a powerful woman to actually care about women issues. So isn't that sending a very wrong message?
Okay, yes, GV. Yeah.
No, I think we are certainly leveraging the popularity of our leadership for garnering support. That's what every party does. That's what Aam Aadmi Party would do. That's what Congress would do. And it is not we are not going into election without an agenda. But we have a leader who has credibility, and we have delivered. We have delivered what we have done. And as far as one second, let me talking about was Harshvardhan not a credible place? Is Dr. Harshvardhan?
Today they are projecting her as the
one
chief
second.
minister.
But if you had Harshvardhan as a viable face, why did you not keep Dr. Harshvardhan?
Did we not beat Aam Aadmi Party?
7 months back, this city was plastered with 4 kinds of hoardings. 4 kinds of hoardings.
We are a
बहुत हुई महंगाई की मार, बहुत हुआ भ्रष्टाचार, बहुत हुआ बलात्कार, बहुत हुआ पानी की हाहाकार. अब की बार मोदी सरकार. Now they are not talking about good days. Modi did not say that अच्छे दिन आने वाले हैं. अब ये सिर्फ कह रहे हैं चलो चलो मोदी के साथ. कहाँ चले?
All right. All right. So that's a good point to take a very quick break.
What happened to your?
Is the BJP short of issues to woo the people of Delhi? Is the Congress short of cases to woo the people of Delhi? And is the Aam Aadmi Party over-promising when it has already under-delivered? Gentlemen, we're heading into a very quick break. On the other side, we'll ask the question, where have the issues gone?
Well, absolutely. When we come back from the short, we are going to take a short break. When we come back, we will be talking about where have the issues gone, and also whether the BJP can rely on the nation's mood also being the Delhi mood. Welcome back. This is Yes for Delhi, and we are debating whether it is going to be personalities or issues that are going to decide Delhi's fate when it goes to polls. Now, let's go across to Rashid Kidwai on this, because we've heard a lot of heated debate, Mr. Kidwai, in the last few minutes about whether or not it's going to be personality-driven or issue-driven. The big question is Delhi's mood also going to be what India's mood was 7 months ago? Because largely, the BJP seems to have relied on that, and Mr. GVL also just said, yes, we're leveraging the popularity of our leader. Is that going to be enough? Is it going to be enough to bring in faces like Kiran Bedi at the nth hour, or are they going to have real issues?
Tina, I think the mood of Delhi is very important to determine the future politics of India. I think the BJP was not 100% sure of its victory on its own strength, on the strength of Mr. Narendra Modi being Prime Minister. That is why they brought in Kiran Bedi, so that to match or to sort of counter Arvind Kejriwal, and that's how this contest has become very interesting. BJP has taken a sort of gamble the way Congress had taken a gamble in 1998 when it brought in Sheila Dikshit, much against the wishes of then Congress leaders H.K.L. Bhagat and all others. So the BJP somehow is trying to match and count and score over Arvind Kejriwal. So in that way they have gone from issues, they have shifted to personalities.
Really, you think that is a better bet? To just play one trump card after another? You have Narendra Modi rally, then you have a Kiran Bedi.
Yeah,
what about the issues?
I'll tell you the party strategy. I think somebody else also asked why we have a Kiran Bedi joining the party. That has been our strategy even in Lok Sabha elections. Any leaders coming from outside or other parties having credibility, we have taken them on board, even in Lok Sabha elections. In assembly elections in Haryana, we had Rao Birender Singh joining the BJP. We won a majority. At the end of the day, we want to give such a humiliating defeat to Aam Aadmi Party. They don't exist.
Kiran Bedi
I will show. I'm making a promise today. They will not be able to exist after this election. They will suffer a Congress-like defeat in assembly elections.
No, so what you're saying, GVL, is that the
I think I'll give you my number.
purpose of your election is to beat the Aam Aadmi Party rather than give something to the people.
All India level.
Do you want a B
able
team?
to even get opposition status in Delhi.
So their best hope is to become a B team of Arvind Kejriwal to meet the challenge of Arvind Kejriwal.
They will not get opposition status also. Kejriwal can heal his
the
wounds
students
and then
here, yes,
agitate for next 5 years.
Talking about, I would like to just cite certain statistics, and while I'm citing this, just kindly remember that Delhi police is being governed by their government since last 7 months. The rape cases in Delhi have gone up by 31%. House thefts have gone up by 300%. Motor vehicle thefts have gone up by 59%.
You were in part till
all
May.
this.
You were
and
in
on the
part
other
till
hand,
May. They were in
Mr.
office for 2
Kejriwal who
months
quit
in
this
the same
government
year.
after 49 days.
It's not happened
so
after
today
May.
in Delhi, people have something to compare.
And what we did during those 49 days?
In 2013,
what did during those 49 days?
We had.
Did any
You did
government
just
servant
drama.
ask for a bribe
Just
during
dharna
those 49 days?
Of course, they
Tell me, did any government servant dare to ask for a bribe during those 49 days?
Why? So why were you
Didn't
not
we
coming
order the audit
drama
of power
for
discoms
longer?
which have not been audited
No, the
for
Aam
12
Aadmi
years?
Party and the
Didn't we
BJP
register
say
an
they
FIR
started a
against
cleanup
Mukesh
at their
Ambani?
own level.
For the first
It
time
might
in the
have been a
history of
beginning, it
independent
might not be
India,
as drastic
an
as you
FIR
want.
against
What did you
Mukesh
do
Ambani?
in 15 years?
Of course, the Delhi Metro,
Where
the
was
Delhi
FIR
Metro,
against
the
Sheila
flyovers,
Dikshit? You
the
spoke
Three
about
FIRs.
Sheila Dikshit.
I challenge you.
Where is
Go and
Sheila
check your
Dikshit?
facts.
Why did
Three
you not
FIRs
file
against
a
Sheila
Why did
Dikshit.
you not file a
I
case
dare
against
you
Sheila Dikshit?
to
You
I
took their
dare you to
support.
prove me
You
wrong on
succumbed to
this
the
fact.
Congress party.
We registered
You
three
became a
FIRs.
B team of the Congress
Okay, much as you would like to do it in the political arena, don't bulldoze the Congress speaker over here.
I have no
just ask
problem
your
in
question.
discussing.
Just
I have
ask
a
your
question for
question.
Aam
These guys
Aadmi
are
Party
fixed.
spokesperson. Sir, basically your excuse for running away is that center was not cooperating with you. So
The
even
Congress was not cooperating with us because they were creating
the
hurdles.
Let him
central
finish the
government
question, yeah.
was not cooperating with you. So even now the
there will be
central
future
government
times
is
also where people will
BJP.
not cooperate.
So
Will you abandon them again?
what can you ensure on this stage that you will not run away again, giving the same reason?
We have learned the most crucial question, the most crucial lesson of Indian politics, that one should never quit no matter what. Let the Congress and BJP join hands on the floor of the House. Let them create hurdles. One should keep forging on. Keep fighting on. Maybe you may not be able to complete or fulfill all the 50 promises that you make, but deliver on 30, deliver on 40,
But you know,
deliver on
Ashish Khaitan,
45.
the thing
on
with-
other
the
5
thing
issues,
with
if
young
Congress is
people at
creating
least
hurdles,
they're
BJP is
impatient.
creating hurdles,
You know,
one should
you
keep
showed
fighting
them
and
the
forging
moon,
on.
they trusted
That's the
you.
crucial
Do
lesson
you
we have
really
learned.
expect these people to give you a second chance? Because, you know,
See,
these
Congress
people are too
is
impatient
deeply
to give
rotten.
second chances.
Congress involved in scams like CWG, 2G scam, coal scam. Now the
That's
new
all you
report
can
has
do,
come
leveling
in
allegations, but
unauthorized
you cannot
colonies.
work.
We didn't. We went.
Why did you join hands with us then?
We didn't join hands with them. For the
You
first
took our
time in Indian
support.
history, for the first time in the history of Indian politics, that there was a government where Congress gave support to a party when the top leadership never met, when the MLAs never met,
Why did
there
you
was no
accept?
meeting.
Why did you
They
accept?
sent a letter
You
to the
accepted,
LG
sir.
on their
You
own.
accepted.
We accepted the letter on 16
But you
conditions
can't say that,
you will
Aman,
let
because
us
you gave
pass
the
the
support.
Jan Lokpal
Was
bill.
the
You
issue
can't
based
They
question
didn't
support?
allow
that.
us to pass the Jan Lokpal
We
bill.
had given them
We
issue
didn't want to compromise on the issue
That
of
feels like a
corruption
very
and Jan
convenient
Lokpal.
thing to say, Ashish.
I
But
didn't
more
want that
questions.
compromise.
All right, a question.
Yeah, more questions.
When we
please.
guys
Yeah.
turning 18 voted for Aam Aadmi Party, held it up, we were talking about myself. I was demoralized and let down when you guys
So
quit.
was I. I'm
When you
saying-
guys, please let me complete.
Yeah.
I saw the change being part of Delhi, how the Delhi changed, how our life changed, how the office administration changed in our. I felt safe, I felt more secured when Aam Aadmi was there, but it let me down. And talking about BJP, you guys are not talking about the issues which you should deal with. You're just fighting like cats. It's not going to work. It's not going to take us to any place.
No, what issues do you want them to deal with?
Yeah,
I'm
what-
ready to discuss
talk
on
about
every
the
issue.
issues that are important to
I'm
you.
ready to discuss on every issue. You ask me about issues.
As issues I'm talking about, first is always the security of the students.
Yes.
I don't see any security of the students. People are breaking jams like that. There are accidents in the campus.
Yes.
And there's no. You see, there's a feeling of security when you go to the college. It's my place. We don't get it here.
No, you know,
Yeah,
education.
so I accept
Education.
I completely agree with you. I have studied just round the corner in North Campus. I did my LLB from Campus Law Center, and I'll tell you, I agree with you. There's not enough security. At times there's an atmosphere of fear. There are people who gather from I think from Haryana, from Uttar Pradesh, and they are standing within the campus at canteens.
No, so what are you doing about it?
So
We
there
all
are
acknowledge
issues,
the problem.
but we will fix those issues. You need a vision. Delhi can be made safe for women. Delhi can be made safe for students. The college infrastructure needs to be improved. The college infrastructure needs to
Let's
be
give them
improved.
a mic. Let's give
Toilets
them a
need
mic.
to be constructed. I have seen the state of
You got a
toilets
chance.
in Delhi
You never
University,
performed.
in Campus
what
Law
you have to
Center, in Hindu College.
Coming.
Uttar Pradesh and Haryana are destroying Delhi and all.
I'm saying outsiders. Outsiders. Outsiders who are not students.
Students are from Uttar Pradesh.
Outsiders who are not students. Outsiders who are not students. Outsiders who are not students gather at the campus. Outsiders who are not students who gather in the campus.
Okay, he means
they are
non-students.
non-students who gather in the campus.
You know, we find the Congress woefully short on points to make on this entire debate. We'll try and get the Congress in also, because much as it has been reduced to 8 seats in Delhi, they're trying to forge back somehow into the competition. Where does the Congress stand in all of this? Will they be given a second chance by the people of Delhi? Will the Aam Aadmi Party also be given the second chance? And what are the issues that the BJP will promise specifically for Delhi? Those are the things that we are going to be talking about, and also very specifically, because we are in Delhi University, about education. How much political interference should there be in education, if at all? A very quick break, back in a couple of minutes. Welcome back. We're at the Delhi University in Delhi, where we've got young people listening in to representatives of the 3 main parties who are in the fray in the Delhi elections: the Congress, the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. Are they going to be able to make up their mind today about who to vote for, and what are the issues that are going to finally convince them? Since we're at a university, it's natural we're going to talk about education. GVL Narasimha Rao, the BJP said that 85% seats in Delhi University should be reserved for students who hail from the city itself. Why should that happen? If anything, half of the population in Delhi University, I would surmise, comes from outside. I came from Lucknow to study in Delhi University. Why this kind of bias against students who are coming from outside?
I think that's a very good question. I think what we need to do is to expand capacity, because I think we cannot, most of them are central universities. They have been getting students from all over the country, and that character needs to be protected. I think in the new manifesto, I think you will have to wait for the new manifesto to be released. I think we would want to expand the educational facilities for the students of both Delhi and coming from outside.
This will be done away with?
This will definitely be done away with, and we will have a lot more students, a lot more colleges, expansion of the educational facilities and infrastructure, so that we don't have shortage of institutions. Because I find Delhi, where students, I have children who study in colleges, I think below 90%, I think it's impossible to get a seat in Delhi. That's something that's really funny.
Linked to that is also the issue of Delhiites being given a 4% concession in marks. That was also something part of your earlier manifesto. Again, that gives an unfair advantage to students of Delhi. And yes, while Delhi people are your electorate leading into these elections, when you look at the larger picture of education, is that fair?
No, I think certainly that condition was put to give an advantage to the people of Delhi. But I think the solution to all these problems lies only in expansion of educational facilities, which I think will be the promise of BJP.
Okay, let's get some student voices in, on these really important issues of seats. Yeah, absolutely. Of seats, of percentages, of cutoffs. You want to come in on this?
We had a UPA government and FYUP was introduced. Then another year we had an NDA government and it rolled back FYUP. Now Delhi is bound for elections, and if Aam Aadmi party turns up, can you ensure us that you won't bring a change in university structure? There should not be like, we should have a panel of educationalists who should rather take decisions related to educational matters, not the politicians. They are not the right persons.
No, that was the demand of students. That was the demand of also a lot of faculty members.
I want to question that should political parties have so much interference in the education system of country?
At the end of the day, please understand the country is governed by politicians, and they will have a say. But certainly it cannot be independent of the views of the academicians, of the students. So I think this reversal was done, the rollback was done on the demand of most of the students and the faculty members. And this is a decision
there were also
that
views on the other
central
side. It was
government
a
takes.
political decision.
This is not something Delhi government will decide.
University autonomous so that the FIUP chaos is not repeated again.
Yeah, the question
Yes,
is,
I
they don't want to
certainly
see
agree
that
with you.
kind of chaos being repeated. And what is the assurance from all parties that that will not happen again?
This
Now,
Rashid Kidwai wanted to come in here, and then Ashish.
Yeah,
Khaitan.
Mr. Rao, I wanted to ask you, why is it so that, now you have a government at the center? Why should anybody getting 90% of more?
I think it's very unfortunate.
Why should it be? Why can't you have very good centers in all over the country? Why should anybody be rushing to
Absolutely. I
Delhi
think
for
it's
higher education
really-
and for quality education?
No,
But what has been done in that direction? Of course, everyone is agreement that there should be better centers of learning all across the country, but we've had that agreement for a very long time. What has been done about it?
No,
What's the
I
first step taken
think
in that
this
direction?
is something that the central government will have a big role to play.
When?
State government also can. Obviously, we are in power for 6-7 months, and we will certainly take that initiative. And Delhi is a city which requires it more than any other city. I don't see such a shortage of educational opportunities in any other city of the country. Delhi is certainly an exception. We will do it, and only central government can do it.
Okay, before you come in, Ashish Khaitan, Aman Pawar, I want to get you in. Do you think by virtue of the Delhi University being in Delhi, which is the seat of power, you and the BJP have managed to mess with the futures of plenty of students thanks to the FYUP? You decided you had to push it through. The BJP decided they had to roll it back. You are equally culpable for the mess that FYUP eventually became.
I accept that the introduction of FYUP was itself at the at the recommendations of many academicians, and it was implemented by us. But definitely, since it did not suit the students, it required a revisit, and it was rightly rolled back also. Though that was a decision that did not go very well.
So the rollback was right.
It was
So the
rightly
decision
rolled
was
back.
wrong.
Our students wing supported the rollback. We protested also while the entire agitation was going on. So it was an experiment which did not go very well with the students.
How can you call it an experiment? There were students' lives and futures involved. They are not guinea pigs.
That's why they are out of power.
There was a huge demand also for the course from a certain section, but at somewhere that
Demand
decision-
where? In the UPA government? Because the NSUI was protesting
amongst
against
the students
it.
itself, amongst the Delhi University students before it was being implemented. But yes.
Okay, we
Okay, I
have
think
more
we have few views
questions
about
in.
that.
Yeah, please. Yes, go ahead.
Experiment to play with the future of the students who had taken admission in the 4-year program that was BTech.
No, of course not.
What about them?
While the FYUP was being
Around
rolled back,
95% cutoff was there for the BTech course. And what about
then
them
we
now?
said that in regard to the BTech course in particular, there should be a very thought about decision that should be implemented while rolling it back, because those
Do you
students
also agree
who were
it was
already
a botched
enrolled.
experiment on the behalf of both the parties? On part of both the parties?
we had no role to play in introduction of FYUP. We only had, I think, rolled it back, and that was on the demand of students
But
and
that also
and
left a lot of
academics.
students in the lurch.
And wasn't rolled back in the right manner for the BTech students.
Do you think that the rollback has also ended up harming a lot of students who were never
Obviously, they
taken
would
into
have
consideration?
they would have got admission in better courses. 96% is obviously very good.
I think particularly BTech students, even I am aware, I think they could not be rolled back because BTech all over the country is a 4-year program, and even if they want to study abroad, a 3-year degree will not get you any graduate admissions anywhere outside the country. So I think this is a problem. I'm sure the concerned authorities.
They are the senior most students and the junior most as well, because they are the
Ashish
only
Khaitan,
one.
do you think there is
This is
unanimity
a
that this
problem
sort of
that we have
political
inherited.
meddling
This is a legacy
in
that we
the
have
educational
inherited.
affairs of the
If there are
university must end?
solutions, I think certainly government will
No,
implement
I want
them.
to say
It's a
this
problem
on
we
record,
inherited.
that Aam Aadmi Party wants to make educational institutions in Delhi completely autonomous, 2, completely free from political meddling, 3, leave it in the hands of educationists.
Are
Very
we
plain
all
and simple.
in agreement on that?
Yeah, I am on agreement of that. He said politicians run the country, so there will be some amount of meddling.
There will be.
But I am
Then
saying on
otherwise
record,
Kejriwal will have no
educational
say. I think it's
institutions in
joke
the
to
country
say that
in
HRD
Delhi should
ministry,
be run
No,
by
but what is wrong with
educationists.
demanding
Prime
autonomy
Minister,
for the
should be
we
run
are
by
the policy
educationists.
makers. The policies are eventually made by politicians, but
No.
it cannot be independent of. It has
No,
to
that-
be based on academic,
So
based
I
on
disagree with
professional
that.
input.
I disagree with that. The education policy should be left in the hands of the
And I think that's
educationists
the call that
and
was
not
coming
in the
from
hands
the
of
students as
politicians.
well.
Never agree.
The job of the
Come on, tell
politicians
me.
is to create a right
will
kind
all
of
your
climate.
professors agree on
The
everything?
job
Will
of
they
the
not have
politician is
divergent
to
views?
create the right kind of ecosystem.
No, I think this is
That's it.
This
to play
is
the role of the
unrealistic.
facilitator.
This is an unrealistic
Okay, we've got some
example
more
that you're
student
giving.
voices here,
You will
बोलिए.
never have academicians agreeing on one thing.
एजेंडा वगैरह लेके आते हैं
Mike, please.
क्योंकि मैं उस गांव से हूं जिसमें आज भी वहां सड़क नहीं पहुंची है। लेकिन मेरा क्वेश्चन है लैंग्वेज की फ्रीडम के बारे में। सर मैं राजस्थान से हूं जो कि हिंदी भाषी एक क्षेत्र है और मैंने फर्स्ट से 12th तक रगड़ के हिंदी में पढ़ा सर, और मैं राजस्थान बोर्ड से मैंने टॉप भी किया सर, 10th में भी और 12th में भी। और बहुत से स्टेट में ये है कि साइंस जो होता है मैथमेटिक्स वगैरह ये इंग्लिश में होती है, लेकिन राजस्थान में आज भी हिंदी में। और मैंने 11th और 12th मैथमेटिक्स से किया, हिंदी में किया और उसमें भी मैंने टॉप किया। और जब मेरा हिंदू कॉलेज में मैं एडमिशन लेने के लिए आया तो बहुत ज़्यादा खुश था, मैं बहुत ज़्यादा खुश था, क्योंकि अगर मैं वहाँ पे पढ़ता राजस्थान में उससे मेरे को यहाँ क्वालिटी अच्छी मिलेगी। लेकिन जब मैं यहाँ पे आया, मैंने क्लासें लेनी स्टार्ट की, तब वो मेरी खुशी पूरी कम्प्लीटली एज वो मातम में बदल गई, क्योंकि यहाँ सारे लेक्चर इंग्लिश में होते हैं और हिंदी वालों की माइनॉरिटी है, वो अल्पसंख्या में है, इसलिए उनके साथ
चाहते क्या है?
अलग बिहेवियर किया जाता है। और यहाँ तक कि हमें मटेरियल नहीं मिलता है हिंदी में पढ़ने के लिए। हम बड़ी बड़ी बातें करते हैं फ्रीडम के लिए, हम बात करते हैं, हम दम भरते हैं कि हमारे हिंदुस्तान का कल्चर अलग है, हम डाइवर्सिटी है, हमारे डाइवर्सिटी है, अलग अलग तरीके रहते हैं, अलग अलग लैंग्वेज है, लेकिन हमको फ्रीडम की आज़ादी नहीं है।
आप उनको जवाब देने दीजिए, ठीक है?
I think all Indian languages have to be given a lot of priority, and certainly our government is committed to it. But I can certainly tell you it's going to be a long drawn out affair. There are many countries where people learn only in their mother tongue, be it Russian, German, Japan, China, wherever. But somehow in our country we have had this legacy of giving a premium to English language and learning in English, and possibly our British rule had contributed to that. And our party, ideologically, we firmly believe that Indian languages have to be given a massive thrust. We have started doing it in some way, but it will take. It takes a big
national language, that being Hindi, that quality material, education material of
not available in
professional courses is not available.
There are no
This is
lectures
a
in Hindi.
priority area.
Lecturers.
This is a
I
priority
think
area.
It's a serious challenge.
Okay,
I
you know, okay,
completely agree.
all right. So that's the other issue which the BJP says will find place in its manifesto along with some of the other promises made. But wait a second, now we are reaching the very end of our debate. Quickly, how many people over here, with a show of hands, do you think that the BJP is going into these elections with issues rather than a personality? How many of you here think that the BJP has some solid issues going into the Delhi elections?
This is not a representative sample, Padmaja.
All right, so how
think
many
I must
think the
protest.
Congress has solid issues?
I'm a researcher, so I'll protest. It's a group.
Still saying that.
All right, so let's
a
not do
group.
a show of hands, because how many people think that Aam Aadmi Party has any real issues?
Okay, but I
All right,
think,
so
to
since
conclude,
we've already
what
had
we
some
can
doubts
do-
cast about the validity
we-
of these views. All right, do you think it should be a little worrying that maybe, just maybe, if we just set aside your doubts for a while, the Aam Aadmi Party for some reason has managed to find resonance among the younger lot?
Absolutely no.
Why?
Absolutely no.
Why?
Because the kind of support that we have got in Lok Sabha elections, and 50% of the people of India are below 35 age. And we have got tremendous support
You
from
got
them.
only
We continue to
31%
support
of
today.
vote. in the Lok Sabha election.
You can see a
Just
difference.
31%
I can
vote.
tell you there
In the
is a
first past
difference
the
on
post
this
system,
side,
the
difference
winner
on this
takes
side.
all, and
There
your
is
vote
a
has
vote.
been
let's
constantly
take closing
rising
comments
in
from
every
everyone.
assembly election
Please don't
since May
This is
2014.
not a
Your vote
representative
share in
group.
state after state has been on a
Okay,
constant
wait.
decline.
So the BJP is
Hamas
convinced
and
that
your
Narendra
vote
Modi
share
is a
decline
youth
in
icon
Guwahati.
and he
Your
is going to
vote
have
is
the
Dharna
similar
and
effect
Maharashtra.
that he had across the
You
country.
have vote share is
Aman
going to
Pawar,
decline
I
in
again
Delhi.
want to come back
You
and
are
ask
capable
you.
of growth.
Last time around, at least there was Sheila Dikshit. She was a seasoned face of the party. She was a 3-time chief minister. This time, you do not have the young faces of your party
Of course we do.
leading
Of
the
course we do have
campaign.
in
You
the
do
face
not
of
even
Mr.
have
Ajay
Sheila
Maken.
Dikshit. Your party is in tatters. What hope do you hold out
See,
for
in
these
the
people?
last 2013 elections, when Delhi went under poll, we didn't find much acceptance amongst the people. There were other issues, and plus there was anti-incumbency. But at the same time, the crowd will agree with me that Delhi still enjoys the highest per capita income that happened under the Congress government. The largest metro line in the
Despite
country
the
is in
Congress.
Delhi. The number of signal-free roads that we have in Delhi is highest in the country. The amount of scholarship that we are providing to students.
So all of this got you 8
Let
seats.
me, I'm just making a few points. At the same time, Aam Aadmi Party is also making some very tall promises. BJP had 7 months to govern in Delhi. Now people have,
but Aman,
something to compare
Aman,
with.
the
Of course, under the Modi
Aman,
government,
the question to you,
they have been governing Delhi.
Aman, the question to you was, what is your party doing right now to reignite something among the youth of this city? Are you doing anything, something
we are
new?
going to the people with the simple slogan that we are tried and we are trusted. They must be trusted, but they are not tried. We have a number
I'm
of
sorry,
clean
at the risk
leaders.
of sounding really
we have
harsh, you're
Arvinder
also
Singh Lavli,
rejected.
we have Ajay Maken, we have Kiran Walia, we have Mahabal Mishra. All these people, they are clean
Rashid
people.
Kidwai,
And
is that going to be enough? I mean,
corruption,
are these the
Aman,
personalities that are going to
you
be
also
able to
have
take
Sheila
on
Dikshit.
an Arvind Kejriwal and a Narendra Modi?
Precisely, yeah.
Are these
And Aman,
personalities going
you
to be
also have Sheila Dikshit, who's hinted it that given a chance, the Congress will again support Aam
at
Aadmi
no
Party.
Who has said
cost,
it?
Aam
Yeah.
Aadmi Party is being supported by Congress before or after the elections. If we had to support Aam Aadmi Party, then there was no need for Delhi to go under polls again. This re-election was never needed in Delhi. If
Yeah,
we
but
had
the
to offer
point that
support
he's
to
made
Aam
just
Aadmi
now
Party.
is the fact that Sheila Dikshit, who is going to be a major
The
face of
official
your
party
campaign,
line
not
is that
contesting,
no,
but she has said that, yes, we're open to doing it again.
She's not the official party spokesperson. She's not the face of
know,
the campaign in Delhi this
Aman,
time.
you said you're
the
tried
official
and
line for
tested,
Delhi Congress is
but
that there is not
Everything
going
that
to be
you've
any
said here
support to
right
Aam
now,
Aadmi
in the
Party.
last elections, got you a tally of 8 in the assembly elections, and you haven't articulated anything new after that.
We have articulated a new face, a new leadership in Delhi, led by Mr. Ajay Maken. Now, the last time there were
Mr. Ajay Maken did contest Lok Sabha election.
Though we were
That's
elected,
true. He lost the Lok Sabha election. He was rejected in the Lok Sabha election.
Of course, because that
Even
was
Kejriwal lost by a big margin.
All right, very quickly. Keep it really short.
मेरा आम आदमी पार्टी से एक सवाल है सर प्लीज आंसर देते हुए बीजेपी और कांग्रेस का नाम मत लाइएगा क्योंकि जब भी पूछा जाता है वो उनकी उदाहरण देने लगते हैं मेरा आपसे सिर्फ सवाल एक सैद्धांतिक सवाल है मुझे नहीं पता आपके पास सिर्फ 49 दिन शासन करने के थे बहुत कम समय होता है आपके सिद्धांत सत्य पर थे आप मानेंगे आइडियोलॉजी सत्य पर थी अरविंद केजरीवाल की न जाने कितनी वीडियोस यूट्यूब पर ऐसी पड़ी हैं जहां पर वो झूठ बोलते सीधे पकड़े गए हैं लोकसभा चुनावों के दौरान एक इंटरव्यू से पहले ऑफ कैमरा में उन्होंने कहा कि हाँ मोदी जी की लहर है कैमरा ऑन होती कोई लहर नहीं है जी क्या आप समझते हैं कि सत्य की जो बात आप करते हैं वो सिर्फ शासन में चलेगी आइडियोलॉजी में नहीं चलेगी वो कैसे
ठीक
होगा
है अगर कोई बात नहीं हमने कोई बंगला नहीं लिया हमने कोई कार नहीं ली अरविंद केजरीवाल
What do you say to the crowd now?
I told you this is no.
सर आप भी केजरीवाल कहते थे कि बनारस छोड़ के नहीं जाऊंगा बनारस 7 महीने से गए नहीं वो कहाँ है वो
आप ये बताइए अरविंद केजरीवाल ने आज तक 1 रुपए की बेईमानी करी है क्या अरविंद केजरीवाल ने करप्शन पे कॉम्प्रोमाइज किया है क्या अरविंद केजरीवाल ने कभी लोगों के साथ छोड़ा
Ashish Khaitan, this young man's question is that depending on your political expediency, you have changed your stand.
क्यों आज हर आदमी अरविंद केजरीवाल को अटैक कर रहा है क्या अरविंद केजरीवाल ने एंटी करप्शन प्लान से पीछे आते हैं
आम आदमी पार्टी
All
जिस
right,
आंदोलन से
okay,
निकली थी
yeah,
वो
let's
उसके लिए
not do
बहुत
that.
खराब चीज रहेगी, हम ले डूबेंगे।
Now,
Thank
please
you.
allow Mr.
Rashid
Kidwai
Kid-
to make his closing comments.
Tina, two quick points. First of all, this election is unfortunately, as I had said earlier, it's about personality, not so much about issues. Second thing, that the allegation that the crowd was less than fair, it was untrue, because whenever forceful or cogent arguments were made, it found support with the crowd.
Absolutely.
All right.
I did not level any allegation against any student here that you are motivated, that you are politically biased. Did I say that you are BJP?
Let the viewers judge.
I think
that is something we're all in agreement with. Ultimately, it will be you, the viewers, who will decide.
I think on that note, we have to thank all the students. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to our panelists, and thank you all very much for tuning in to Yes for Delhi.